Well, hi there. For our final in Literacy and Learning with Mrs. Dana Boyle, I was asked to create a multimodal genre essay. And at first I didn't know what that meant. However, I remembered who I am and decided to create a movie for you. It's only a few minutes long, but if you'll bear with me, we're going to identify 3 key concepts of what literacy is. To make this more of an essay format, I've decided to make it easy on myself and compose this in 3 parts. Part 1 will be described as, is literacy a fundamental right? Part 2, we're going to ask, who does teach literacy? Who teaches it? Is it a teacher, a mother, a father? Who? And finally, and you might be questioning yourself, why is this so out of order? What is literacy? You may be asking yourself, why are we not defining this in the beginning? You'll see. And so, it begins. Think back to the first time you learned how to read. For me, I started very early on. My mom stayed at home for the early years of my life, so I remember learning how to read at around age 3 or 4. In classrooms across the country, a quiet crisis is unfolding. It's not always loud or obvious, but it is urgent. Literacy is under attack. When books are removed from shelves, when students are denied access to diverse stories, and when educators are pressured to limit what they teach, we send a dangerous message that reading is a privilege, not a right.
But literacy is so much more than learning how to decode words on a page. Literacy is power. It's how students learn to question, to imagine, to create. It equips them with the tools to navigate a world filled with information and misinformation. When we restrict literacy, we restrict a child's future.
Across history, those in power have always understood this. That's why they've banned books, silenced authors, and punished readers, because an uneducated population is harder to control. When we speak about literacy, we are not just talking about test scores or curriculum standards. We are talking about human rights, the right to access knowledge, the right to representation, the right to stories that reflect who students are and who they might become. Every child deserves the freedom to read. Every teacher deserves the freedom to teach. And every community deserves the chance to grow stronger through shared learning. The attack on literacy is real, but so is our responsibility.
When we protect literacy, we don't just protect books. We protect voices, we protect futures, we protect democracy.
When we talk about literacy, we often picture a classroom, a stack of books, or a teacher standing at the front. But the truth reaches far beyond that. Literacy is not taught by one person or one subject. It is taught by an entire community.
Literacy scholar James Paul Gee reminds us that reading is always a part of identity.
That means literacy develops everywhere, at home, in school, and across digital spaces. Parents teach literacy when they read stories. Coaches teach literacy when they interpret playbooks. Friends teach literacy through conversations, texts, debates, and shared curiosity.
And yes, teachers play an important role, but not just English teachers.
Science teachers teach literacy when they guide students through lab reports. Social studies teachers teach literacy to their students when they help them analyze historical documents. Even math teachers teach literacy when they help their students interpret data.
As Brian Camborne argues, literacy grows when learners are immersed, supported, and given meaningful reasons to use language.
Culturally responsive educators, following scholars like Gloria Ladson-Billings, remind us that literacy is also taught through representation, through texts that affirm students' identities and expand their understanding of the world.
When students see themselves in stories, they learn that their voices matter. When they see other representation, they learn empathy and critical consciousness.
And underlying all of this is Paulo Freire's belief that literacy is an act of liberation, a pathway to naming the world, questioning injustice, and imagining new possibilities. Anyone who helps a young person think critically is, in that moment, teaching literacy. So, who teaches literacy? We all do.
Families, teachers, peers, mentors, elders, communities, anyone who helps a young person make meaning, navigate information, or tell their story.
Because literacy isn't just a school subject, it's a shared human project, one that flourishes when everyone takes a part.
And so the extended answer to our question is this: is literacy just reading a book or admiring a piece of artwork? Or is it much more than that? I think so. To be good at anything, you need experience, and that is what being literate means to me. It is celebrating love, excitement, and pride. It is embracing fear, growing up, and of time gone by. It could be friendships we look back on with fondness or nostalgia, or reminiscing on the days when you were still taller than your baby brothers. And so the short answer to my question is this: literacy is the human experience, and I think that's beautiful.